You're thinking about moving or investing in Cocoa Beach or Merritt Island, Florida. This week, I am on part 3 of my 5-video series of breaking it down, the differences between Merritt Island and Cocoa Beach. Right here, I've got my computer. I just want to have it here so I have some notes taken so I don't forget to mention anything. If we haven't met, I'm Carrie Leota, a Space Coast realtor. I was a transplant here at one point. Every week I have multiple videos that come out. I just love breaking down the differences and educating you on what is so special about this area. We're going to start on homes. What kind of homes does Merritt Island and Cocoa Beach have? Starting with Merritt Island, we have premium location. What does that mean? We're kind of just sandwiched in the middle of Cocoa Beach, Cape Canaveral, and inland. We've got water on both sides of us. We also have a lot of the amenities that maybe aren't over in Cocoa Beach on the beachside area. We are gonna have estates. What does that mean? Bigger lots, bigger homes, and more full-time residents. We're gonna have less tourism. We're gonna have a lot more privacy. You have canal homes, you've got riverfront homes. Riverfront homes are amazing because that's where you're gonna see the sunset and the sunrise depending on which river are you living on. You got your single family neighborhoods. Most of the homes are concrete block ranch homes. We are super close to the beach, obviously. It's about a 15-minute drive. Merritt Island's gonna be better for more of your full-time residents and your growing families. Cocoa Beach. What's so amazing about Cocoa Beach is the location. If you've moved to Brevard County from somewhere else, you obviously love the beach. You love being outdoors. So you are so close there to the ocean. You've got rivers also in Cocoa Beach. Location-wise, Cocoa Beach is gonna have more of your part-time people living there, a lot of second homes, which is kind of nice too because your neighbors aren't always going to be there. Cocoa Beach does have a lot of older homes, just like Merritt Island. Both places have a lot of older homes. These were some of the first established neighborhoods in this area. When you're looking for a home, a lot of them are going to need updating. A lot of them have already been updated. We'll get into that in a second. Something you're going to need to look out for on these older homes: the plumbing, the cast iron plumbing. If it has cast iron plumbing, you're gonna need to think about when buying that home. That's probably gonna need to be replaced really soon. I have a friend currently right now, she is in a house that's from the 60s. She's in Merritt Island. She came to the gym one morning and she said, "My house is flooded." That's gonna be the types of things that you're gonna wanna look out for when you're looking for a home in Merritt Island or Cocoa Beach. Anything from the 60s. That cast iron plumbing is wearing down in the area, so take that into consideration when buying a property. Prices. We've got Merritt Island. They're gonna be lower per square foot than Cocoa Beach. If you're wanting a waterfront home in Merritt Island, starting about $600,000 and up is reasonable. If it is $600,000, and sometimes you can find less, just take into consideration that you probably are gonna need to redo the plumbing, which means redoing the flooring. It just snowballs from there. Prices per square foot are going to be lower than Cocoa Beach. If you're not on the water, you can think about maybe like $350,000 in Merritt Island. You're probably gonna have to do some upgrades and remodeling. Staying around the $450,000 mark and up is going to keep you from having to do all those updates. Just take that into consideration when buying a property in Merritt Island. Your big open riverfront homes, we're talking $1.5 million and up for those. And those are gonna be more of your estates, your bigger homes. Sometimes you're gonna have water on both sides of you. So you're gonna have the Indian River in your front yard, the Banana River in your backyard. It's really horrible, just kidding. A little bit lower price in Merritt Island than in Cocoa Beach, and more to offer. Cocoa Beach. Cocoa Beach, you've got the ocean. You've got limited amount of houses, so that really drives the property value up. There are extremely limited amount of oceanfront properties in Cocoa Beach. And then recently we had a client that was looking for a pool home on the ocean. We just couldn't find one. Single family home in Cocoa Beach, It's starting around 600,000. Every now and then you can find some in the fives. They're going to be very small. They're going to need a lot of upgrades. For a house that you want to be completely remodeled, if you're thinking about moving to Cocoa Beach, I would expect to pay about $1 million or more for something that's just move-in ready. Let's go for waterfront living. Waterfront. So Merritt Island, you've got 2 rivers. You have a lot more boating activities. You can keep a bigger boat in more areas of Merritt Island. Cocoa Beach tends to be shallow because it's on the Banana River. Banana River side is going to be a little bit shallower, so you're definitely going to want to follow the flags when you're boating on the Banana River. It gets shallow. More boating, different types of boats, a lot deeper. We've got 2 rivers, so you've got a lot more waterfront activities in Merritt Island. Ocean, we got the ocean, the river, you got canals. Merritt Island also has canals, lots of them. You have limited amount of canals in Cocoa Beach. You got limited amount of riverfront property, even more limited oceanfront property. If you want to be on the ocean, finding a condo is going to be a lot easier to find. So if you have to have that ocean living every day, you can find big condos. You can find them 2,000 square feet, no problem. We got investing. Merritt Island, you're going to have your long-term rentals there. There are a couple Airbnbs. You've got your long-term renters there. That's more of your long-term renters or mid-term. There are some Airbnbs. They seem to do pretty good. You've got aerospace and tech professionals, a lot of those on Merritt Island because you just got Blue Origin, NASA, and all those tech companies really close by, probably within a 20-minute drive. Merritt Island is also going to have more stable appreciation and predictable cash flow. Let's move over to Cocoa Beach, where I have a video, and I'm going to link it right here. This is a good video you're going to want to watch if you're thinking about investing in Cocoa Beach. Cocoa Beach, you're going to have a ton of tourism and a lot of short-term rentals. Tourism and snowbirds, they really drive the economy here. You are going to have higher insurance costs due to the ocean exposure. Both areas are amazing, completely different lifestyles. One is beach-centric and the other is boat-centric. I always love to say, what kind of lifestyle do you want? Do you want to hop in your boat and just take a cruise at night for dinner? My opinion, if I were to live in Cocoa Beach, I'm going to have higher taxes, higher insurance. My water activities are going to be limited. You're going to have more exposure to, if there's a hurricane, that you don't really have anything blocking you from that, the wind and the rain and the damage. I live in Merritt Island. I chose Merritt Island. I love Cocoa Beach. The vibe is amazing. We go over there all the time to dinner and shop. We spend a lot of time over there. It's just a short drive. I really like Merritt Island. The cost of living and what you get, you're gonna be a little bit happier in Merritt Island. What I really love is being blocked by that beachside community, Cape Canaveral and Cocoa Beach, and the other side of Merritt Island because I'm on the west side of Merritt Island. So I'm blocked a little bit more from all that hurricane damage. I just feel a little bit safer that my property isn't going to be quite as damaged. Of course, inland is better for that. Short-term rental versus long-term. Short-term is great because you can make a lot more money. You have a lot more wear and tear on your property. So you're always fixing things, buying new furniture. There's that aspect of it. And then long-term, you do have that predictability, the income, not so much wear and tear on your property. Not as much money coming in, also not as much money going out on repairs. That's my opinion on that. I hope you learned something today. Next week, my 4th video is gonna be on the quality of life, Merritt Island versus Cocoa Beach. Hopefully you'll watch. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. Most people just send me a text. My phone number is in the comments. I will be the one to respond to you. I don't mind anytime. Just reach out. I will see you in the next video.